Welcome back, gamers. In this video we're going to tell you how to improve instantly in Apex Legends in Season 18. That's right, we're taking you from your silver rank to gold, gold to platinum, platinum to diamond, diamond to masters. And if you're that special someone, you're going to be a pred this season. I believe in you. In this video we're going to break it down into 3 specific categories of where you need to improve yourself, you alone, to reach your next rank. These 3 categories are going to be: number 1, the best legends to play and when to play them. Next is personal improvement in your gameplay alone. Whether you're playing in solo queue or in a team environment, you need to make better plays in general. We're going to walk you through which ones will help you get there. And last is the strategy on how you play this game in Season 18 has changed dramatically. So we're going to walk you through the tips, whether again you're playing with a team or in solo queue, to help you gain as much points as possible. The first stop, of course, are going to be the legends that you want to play and the legends you want to avoid. First, the legends you want to play. You always want to make sure that your class breakdown per comp makes a lot of sense. Don't add a ton of skirmishers, don't have a ton of recons, don't have a ton of controllers, and don't have a ton of support. You want to make sure you have an even breakdown and each class has a way to benefit from the other class. Now, we did a full tier list review, so if you want to see where your legend ranks in Season 18, feel free to click that link right now and review it. Otherwise, I'm going to go through some of the quick picks and get you on the right track. Now, you're all going to say, but Ems, my favorite legend's Mirage. Well, listen, if your favorite legend is Mirage and you don't care about losing, then keep on picking Mirage. First up is going to be Bangalore. She provides the best overall kit, in my opinion, in the game with both defense and offensive. So if you are playing solo queue, you have a whole lot more ability to reroute your team, make a big play. She just has a whole lot more available to her versus just a support or just an aggressive class. Next is Newcastle, with the meta really shifting and the top 10 teams really kind of playing the edge of the zone or playing in buildings. She provides a ton of defense ability that's really hard to break even for new players. Next up on the list, of course you knew it was coming, is Revenant. His new kit makes him a tank of a boss with a red shield. This guy is great for soaking a ton of damage, entry fragging. Again, his entire kit being reworked has made this guy a top pick. The last 3, in my opinion, are just very strong legends that I think have a lot of individual ability to win with, and that's going to be Horizon, Pathfinder, and Wraith. These 3 legends have a whole lot to bring to a team comp, and for that reason, I would make sure you add them to your kit. Like I've said, you could play whoever you want, but if you want to get better, you got to play the meta champs. There are a lot of other legends I love to play that just don't make a whole lot of sense in comp when I know I can play much better and have the ability to win with a different legend. And the most important part of this video is the personal improvement you can make in Apex Legends to help carry your team, again, either solo queue or with a squad. You have to make improvement every single day, and we're going to run through my priority list of tips that help get you there. Number 1, I know you worked hard all day. You're ready just to get in, drop into ranked, and start gaining points. Well, guess what? Your aim isn't ready for that. You didn't eat a proper breakfast, and guess who's at fault for that? You. You eat your Egg McMuffin from now on. You eat it, and you eat it quick. With that being said, they have really scuffed the loot this season. Your ability to really find your exact gun wherever you drop every game is going to be very unlikely. You have got to get into the firing range, learn the spray patterns. It's very consistent among specific guns, and really, we're back in shotgun meta, baby. So if you have not been perfecting your ability to use the PK, the Mastiff, etc., you want to get in there, learn the recoil, learn which guns are good for hip fire, but you have got to make sure that you practice your aim every single day. That means get yourself in the firing range and start practicing a new gun every single day. You should be able to pick up any gun and take off with it. My famous gun that I've rarely lose any early game fights is the triple take, which people majority avoid, but this thing's a shotgun and a sniper rifle. So again, practice every gun. You're going to win way more fights if you're comfortable with every single gun off the rip. I want to pause this video for just a quick second and just say I greatly appreciate you watching the video. I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I'm really focused on YouTube this year and just helping other players that want to improve. And again, I have tons of experience in competitive play, so any question you may have, ask below. I will answer that question as soon as possible for you. Let's get back to the tips. That's what you're here for. Number 2, although this really is the number 1 tip you can do, is play your life while playing this game. You have to really learn the team fight mechanics, when you can push, when you shouldn't push, when you need to get down and heal, when you need to be aggressive. I see too often people get really aggressive. They run in, they throw an entire fight, they did no damage, and really In this meta, with it being so aggressive, it's very challenging to pull off a 2v3 every single game. So don't put your team in that position at all. Next up on the list, everybody needs an IGL. I know this is challenging if you're a solo queue player to go in every single game and be positive, but I am telling you, as a full-time solo queue player, my attitude usually dictates how every single game goes. If I feel tilted, I'm tilting my teammates. If I feel positive, I feel like I'm having a good time, I'm way more likely to win games and make big calls. This requires you learning the map a little bit better, paying attention to the rotation of where the next zone is going to close, and really just making sure you benefit your team right when they need you. You got that 301 first, but you're comfortable with all the guns, drop that off to your teammate. You have to be a better overall teammate, and as the IGL, your ability to win games is really going to come down to your attitude and your choices that you make. This one's my favorite all time. I know you have your favorite zone on every map you want to drop onto every game, but just realize the more competition per site, the less likely you and your teammates are to make it out alive. While picking solo queue, I never pass the jump master because I always want to take my team to where there's going to be potentially one, maybe two teams with strong loot. Again, your goal is really to win that early battle and play aggressively towards the zone and end game. Right now, with the way points are distributed, there's no real point in pushing a team on the corner of the zone with 12 teams left just to take a minus 50 or minus 30 when you could easily make the top 5 and kill 3 or 4 teams that did nothing but camp all game, that have no aim, no game sense, etc. The amount of games I've won this season with 9 to 10 kills but was in the final zone with 0 is insane because the majority of the teams in the final zone have camped all game waiting for Big Papa. That's right, I'm coming for you. I have no problem finishing you either. Again, this one is more an advanced tip, but if you are going to a team that wants to play aggressive, you really need to make sure that you put yourself in the best position possible to take damage from only in front of you. Again, I see too often taking big fights in the middle of the open, getting shot in the back, getting shot in the side. If you're going to pick a fight as a third party, put yourself in a position where nobody is ever going to be behind you. And then we'll go back to our previous tips. That's why I believe defensive legends are so important right now, is in these final zones that have 4, 5, 6 squads. It provides you a whole lot more utility to help win the game. So again, pick a better zone to land at, play aggressively inside of the rotation, and make sure you save your ultimate when it's going to make a big play, when it's going to get you the kill, when it's going to finish you the game. So in closing, the 3-item checklist that I think will get you your next rank. Number 1, learn all of the guns and their recoil patterns. Shotguns are big. We got disruptor rounds. 30-30s are big. Anything that slows down people pushing in or being aggressive to help you make a drop, you want to learn those, master those. That's how you'll make a very big play and start gaining some more LP. Again, the points have changed dramatically. You don't want to take minus 50 back to back to back, so play more strategically with your landing zones. Take your fights more strategically. Again, you want to make it to the top 10 and really from there focus on where the end zone will be and then winning the game from there. And last is team comp and legend selection. I know everyone's got their favorites. If your goal is to get better, there are specific legends that will help you get there. We're not talking about you 3 or 4 people out there that have mastered a specific legend, but again, it won't work with every single team comp, and you want to provide your team the most amount of utility to win the game. As always, ask me any questions that you have in the comments below. I appreciate your support. It means a ton to me. We're going to keep these videos coming every single week throughout the entire season 18 of Apex Legends.